Good morning, beloveds, and hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am just walking down my stairs to my kitchen where I'm going to show you guys today what I typically eat as a vegan in a day. So welcome to my kitchen. I have been vegan for 13 years now. And as you can imagine, during that time, I learned how to cook. I'm also a certified nutritionist because once I was 16, I turned vegan. My family didn't know anything about cooking vegan, so I had to learn on my own. And then I found a great love for nutrition and cooking. I have been traveling the majority of my 20s, so a lot of my recipes are mostly from overseas, a lot of Asian and Indian dishes, but I'm just going to begin with my breakfast, and typically I only eat two things for breakfast. I have a smoothie most days, and some days I have overnight oats with chia seeds. Also, sometimes if I think I deserve a treat or I want something different, I'll usually just have a tea and a vegan pastry. But for now, I'm just going to show you the smoothie and overnight oats. So these are overnight oats. As you can see, it's pretty simple to make, and if you're a person that's in a big rush in your mornings, if you're in a hurry to work or whatever it is, this is a really perfect option. So basically all you do is get some rolled oats and soak them in almond milk overnight with chia seeds. And I use about 2 teaspoons of chia seeds. And some of you may know that chia seeds are super healthy for you. They're rich in omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, fiber, iron, and a ton of other things. So if you can just add a couple teaspoons a day to your diet, it's super good for you. And oats are a good complex carb that will keep you full for a while. You then sweeten it, so I use agave or maple syrup. And then I also put some cinnamon and sometimes berries, maybe sliced up banana. Sometimes I put cacao in it, so it's kind of like a chocolate breakfast. It's really good. And that's pretty much it. So now I'm going to show you what I typically put in my morning smoothie. And about 5 out of 7 days of the week, I have a smoothie because it's just a really easy way to get all your nutrients first thing in the morning. I usually don't want a big meal in the morning, so this has always been the best option for me. So first of all, I put almond milk. Sometimes I use coconut milk. I do prefer to make my own almond milk, which is super easy. You just soak the almonds and basically blend them up with water. And you can also do this with brown rice. I used to make rice milk all the time. But for now, I'm just using almond milk. And I usually get the unsweetened kind. And next is the protein. So I use Vega protein most of the time. I switch it up sometimes, but this is the one I have right now. And this one has veggies and greens, but I still add some extra greens in mine. But it's not necessary. So I use the protein, and I also use cacao and greens. And this protein is a mix of sources. So it is made with pea protein, hemp, sacha incha, I don't know if I said that right, flaxseed, yeah, it has a ton of stuff, but usually I try to stick to hemp proteins over soy because I think it's easy for vegans to get too much soy in their diet, and some of you may know that there's a controversy with this. I don't really believe it, but I do believe that too much of one thing and having it on a daily basis can be bad for you. So I do try to stick away from soy milks and soy proteins as much as I can. Next, I put a banana in. I always put a banana in my smoothies because I love bananas and love how it makes a smoothie. Also, I probably have 1 or 2 bananas a day as a snack on top of my morning banana smoothie. And when I live in Asia, they have so much fruit everywhere, so I eat a lot of fruit over there, and usually for my breakfast there I am just eating fresh fruit, sometimes for lunch too, so I'm pretty much like 60% fruitarian when I'm over in Asia, depending which country. And I just put in some spinach. I like to usually get it fresh, but I just moved here, so I'm still kind of figuring out where to get the good stuff. So I usually put spinach or kale or both. Then I put in some ice and blend it all up. And this is my morning smoothie. And at the very end, I usually top it off with some hemp seeds or hemp hearts. And these are also super healthy for you. They're packed with complete protein. And I just put a little sprinkle. I also tend to put hemp hearts on my pastas and stir fries, which I eat a lot of, just to add a little bit more nutrients. And you can also put them on cereals or a salad. And that's my breakfast. For lunch, I'm going to be making rice paper rolls. And it is a Vietnamese type food, and for anyone that knows me knows I eat a lot of them. They're my favorite. So here I have some pepper, tofu, cucumbers. I usually use lettuce or spinach and some kind of herbs. So right now I have mint leaves, and then I have some peanuts, and usually I have sesame seeds, but I don't at the moment. With these, if you've never made them before, they need to be soaked in water for about 30 seconds. I'm not really sure how they properly do it. This is just the way I do it, and it works for me. And it still feels a bit hard, but when it sits for about 15 seconds, it gets soft. And then you just kind of get the water off. Onto a plate. So I'm just putting some spinach, and because I eat these so often, I always experiment with different ingredients. It's just whatever fresh vegetables I have at the time. If I'm having it for dinner or I'm making it for people, because it's nice to have carbs with dinner, I usually put really thin rice noodles, the clear ones, and then I put a little bit of sesame oil on the noodles. And if you want more flavoring with this, because I make my own dipping sauce that I use after, but you can toss everything or just the spinach in like a Asian sesame type dressing. I just leave mine like this and then dip it in a spicy homemade sauce after. So all you're going to do is just roll them up. And then usually if I have sesame seeds, I'll put sesame seeds on top. You can just stick the mint leaf on top and it looks really pretty. So it's really easy and they're so good. So the final result is usually something like this, and you can get really creative with these. Avocado is amazing in it, or you can have some soup on the side. I often have that for lunch. You can put noodles, brown rice inside, whatever you like. I'll also mention I make this homemade sauce, which is a peanut sauce, and I warm up the peanut butter just for a few seconds, and then I mix it with a soy sauce substitute and some sriracha with a little bit of garlic and sesame oil. So for dinner, I'm going to make a curry with brown rice. So usually for my curries, I do eat a lot of stir fries and a lot of brown rice or quinoa. And I just put whatever vegetables I have in my fridge. So right now I have pepper, carrots, cucumber, spinach, and I just stir fry those. I also like to put pineapples in it. I love sliced pineapples. Chickpeas for protein, and also I use a light coconut milk. I also have some raw cashews, and I basically just stir fry the vegetables, then I add the milk with some curry powder. Be careful not to use too much of it or it'll be too strong and you'll ruin it. And that's pretty much it with brown rice. And I also use these whole wheat pitas. So I just put them in the oven and I put a little bit of vegan butter and garlic on top. So it's kind of like a naan. It's not as thick, but it's totally vegan and it's more healthy than bleached flour naan bread. So let's start cooking. Okay, so for the grand finale, I'm going to show you guys one of my favorite desserts. Like most women, I crave a lot of chocolate. It's no cook, it's very simple to make, and all the ingredients you need are peanuts or almonds, whatever nuts you like to use, 2 to 4 handfuls of almond milk or your milk of choice, and only a splash. Just all you're putting in is enough for it to blend smoothly. So I think I put too much milk in, so I'm gonna put some more nuts, and I just do it by eye. Basically what we're gonna do with them is make some balls, and then you just stick it in the fridge for a few hours, and they're cold enough and hard enough to just eat like that. So once you've got it at the desired consistency, we're just gonna put a little bit of agave, or you can use maple syrup or whatever kind of sweetener you'd like. You can choose how much you like, and I just stir it up right from there. And then I add the cacao, and then I blend it up again. You can taste test it. We're just gonna blend it up one more time. So that is it, guys. I really enjoyed making this video for you, cooking and sharing what I eat in a day. If you have any questions at all, please comment below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know so I can make more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching, and happy cooking!